LaSandra, you ever done this before?
No, I'm ready.
All right.
No.
This is enthusiasm.
I'm ready. Thank you. I'm so ready. I'm excited.
When you're doing the crossings, you're only gonna be holding on to your blue safety line. Blue's your main line. That step off a platform, kind of fly out into the air. Just relax your body. You're good.
One, two, and three. Woo!
LaSandra Cleaves was born and raised in North Memphis. Her father was in the military and her mother worked at a local hospital. An only child, she was surrounded by the love of her large extended family.
My mom and dad worked a lot, so I spent a lot of time at my grandparents' house because we didn't have much, and they had to provide for us. I'm the only child, but I didn't grow up as an only child. My grandparents, there were 9 children, and everybody lived in the house together. And in addition to their children, my cousins, which were my parents' grandchildren, we all lived together, and it was a madhouse there at all times. We played jokes on each other on a daily basis, but it was a loving home.
That family love and support helped LaSandra excel in high school, and her positive spirit thrived.
I had the absolute most best high school years. I was a cheerleader, volleyball and tennis, treasurer of the student body, and we just had an amazing high school year. We would go out every Friday night after the games, the cheerleaders, the footballs, and the other students. We'd have pizza every night at the local Pizza Hut, and we were a really close-knit school,
It was in high school during homecoming week that LaSandra met her future husband, Fletcher.
I was at homecoming week to get chicks, and she was there to decorate the halls. And but she just stood out, easy to talk to anybody, and I was one of anybody that she talked to that day, and we just hit it off from there.
Let me tell you how he really got me. A lot of people know that I love to eat, and he worked at a restaurant that had these, not shrimp, but prongs. And he would bring these prongs home every day, and we just sit on the porch and just eat and talk, and we just became good friends, and then we started dating. So he kind of baited me in with food.
As LaSandra and Fletcher's life together unfolded, there was a lot of laughter. Then, in 2009, their only son was paralyzed after another driver who was texting crossed into his lane.
That's the call no one ever wants to get, and I'm so thankful he's alive, but you just never want to get that call. He had this brace around his neck, he could barely move, and the doctors told him he will never be able to do anything other than what he's doing now. I told him, you're not God. Don't tell me what my son can't do. You don't know. And I remember that so big, and I got so upset. You don't know. Don't tell me. I said, well, Fletcher, show me what you can do now. Show me what you can do now. And this is what he could do. He could do this, he could do this. And I said, well, we'll work on that. Whatever you can do, this is what we're going to improve on.
It was something new for me to see her to behave the way that she did, because she always kind of let me take the lead. But with Fletcher, it was different. I was the one that was the emotional one, and she was the one handling all the business, and she did everything. She just stepped up. She made all the phone calls that needed to be made to doctors, to family, to whatever. She did what she had to do. while I was an emotional wreck over in the corner. But that's just part of who she is. She's that person that steps up. If you need something, you really don't have to ask her to do it. She's gonna do it because she wants to be there. She wants to be in the middle of it.
LaSandra Cleaves' cheerful, can-do attitude extends from her home life into her role at Regions, where she can often be found in the middle of community service events.
Anytime, whether it's a United Way book drive or we're doing something for the March of Dimes or we're doing a Make-A-Wish out in the patio, when we need people to volunteer, a lot of people will say, sure, I'll help. LaSandra's not only saying she'll help, but you can bet she's the one pushing the carts out there, setting up, cheering people up.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm fabulous. It's pre-Friday.
Yay.
She's a really good source of humor, I think, for all of us. You may have seen a little bit of it today, but you know, happy pre-Friday. Another example is when it gets to be close to Christmas season, there's a happy Christmas Eve countdown that goes on. But she also just has a natural joy about her that radiates to others, so it's hard to be in a bad mood when you're.
It's something that she possesses that just wants to always better other people and always sees the good in a person, you know. When people, you know, you watch the news and people, you know, things happen in the news and she always says, I'm gonna pray for that person, or, you know, they're not as bad persons as they may seem, you know. There's that something that inside of her that always sees the good in other people and just wants to make sure that everybody reaches their true potential. You know, me being her son, of course, that she wants to make sure that I'm the best that I can be, but when somebody wants random people to be the best that they can be, that's truly a good aspect I believe in.
Whether at home, in her community, or at the office, LaSandra's genuine kindness and passion for helping and encouraging others makes life better for everyone she meets.
When I make people feel good, that is my shining moment, when I know that I can put a smile on your face.